Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Twilight Medium Indoor-Outdoor Wall Sconce. This is the 304903. This is the middle of the three sizes. Check out the smaller one, check out the larger one, and watch those videos. Let's get into the size of the fixture itself. Height's coming in at 8.9 inches. The width on it is coming in at 8.6. Projection from the wall coming out is 7.4. So the mounting height, that's the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of your junction box. It's coming in at 5.3, and the back plate on this is 4.9 by 4.9. I want to show you a little bit more information about that. And how we're going to do it is we're going to take a look at the installations instructions now. So if you are on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts kit. It's going to show you all the rain shield. That's a clear piece. It fits in top to keep the rain from coming in. There's a little plate that goes on top of it to make it dark sky friendly, but it's going to show you some really good drawings of the back of this fixture and how it goes onto your junction box. Take advantage of that if you can. So talking about that dark sky. So dark sky friendly is built to the same specifications of dark sky compliant. Dark Sky Compliant is a private corporation that charges you for that label, but our sconces that are dark sky friendly are made to the exact same specs, and we have all the documentation to back that up for your HOA, for your town, for your zoning administrator, any of those people. Just contact us and we can get those out to you. There's like I said before, there's a little round plate that will sit on the top of this, kind of indented in to keep light from going up if you want to make it dark sky friendly, or you just don't want the light to go up and you want light just to go down. It's really up to you. If you want light to go up and down, you simply take the little plate off and you're good to go. Lamping on this is going to be using a medium base, and this is just the same socket we all grew up with. Regular screw-in, nothing special about it or fancy. But the size of the bulb that gets in this is going to be very specific. It's an A15. You'll notice this is a smaller size bulb than most of the ones we grew up with, because these are used in very specific places like fans, ceiling fans, garage door openers. They're used inside of a refrigerator sometimes. But in this fixture, this is what you're going to be using to get into that housing. If you want to stick with incandescent, you can still do that, 60 watt max, and that's generally what these max out at anyway. But if you want to go LED, you know, most of these are going to be a 40 to a 60 watt equivalent LED out in the marketplace. And I can find these easily at Home Depot or Lowe's, where else, you know, any place. Even my grocery store sells these, Ace Hardware, any of those hardware stores. And also you can find them online too if you really can't go to those places. So don't worry about trying to find an A15. They are all over the place. So most of these are going to be available, like I said, in a 60 watt equivalent LED. However, on Amazon, I did find them as a 75 watt equivalent LED, so you can get a bit more light out of this than you were thinking before. As far as the light coming out of it, and the color of the light, 2700 Kelvin is going to be offered to you, and 2700 Kelvin is the color of the setting sun. Some people like that. Other people like what's called daylight, which sounds like it should be a warm light, like sunlight, but nope, daylight is actually a bluish white light, like a hospital waiting room or an overcast day outside. That's 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin. Just be careful when you either buy these online or you go into a store. Zero in on that little chart that's on the box so you know which color of light you're going to be getting. What we like to use in our showroom, I talk about it all the time, is warm white, soft white, and that's 3,000 Kelvin because it mimics the light of an incandescent bulb, which I like. It's a nice warmth to it. That's the light coming down on my hands from these 3,000 Kelvin lights above. So again, you can use this indoors, you can use this outdoors. If you're going to be using it outdoors and you're going to be sitting around with your friends, actually if you're going to be using it indoors, make sure you put it on a dimmer and get a dimmable bulb. But same deal, if you're going to be using it outside, you might actually use this on a deck, you might use it around a swimming pool, maybe on a covered porch and you want to hang out with your friends well into the evening. Even if it's outside, you can put those things on dimmers and you can get it down to being just like candlelight. Hubbardton Forge only uses aircraft-grade aluminum to make their outdoor fixtures. Aluminum holds up the best in incredibly harsh environments. When you're out and you look up in the sky and you see all those jet airliners running around up there, those are all made out of aluminum for a reason. And part of that reason is it holds up great, like I said. It also forges beautifully. It holds finish beautifully. It doesn't rust. Remember that. It's very important. And they're virtually indestructible when they're all finished. So how Hubbardton does it is they take the fixture itself, they're going to wire it up at the top, they're going to put a wire at the bottom, they're going to send a current of electricity that's going to go through this fixture, making it positive, and they put it into a spray booth with a picture of the woman next to me. You can see she's spraying finish around it, and because it's positive, it's going to adhere to every nook, every cranny, the top, the bottom, the whole thing. After that, they're going to take this and they're going to move it into an oven. That oven is going to melt all of that down and create a very hard shell. So it makes it, again, virtually indestructible. So they've also tested these things in these wind chambers. So they take the fixture, all covered in that epoxy powder coat. It's going to go into that chamber. They're going to shoot salty seawater at it at high velocity for hours and hours and hours, just like you were at the beach and you have like a hurricane coming in, which to me is going to be pretty much the worst environment you're going to run into. So after they tested these and found out that they hold up incredibly well, Hubbardton Forge offers basically the best warranty in the lighting industry. And you can see that on the page for this. So if you scroll down a little bit, there's a link, and click on that and it'll show you the entire warranty and how it all works. Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a what's on display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus, you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.